Kuma Clan, Kuma Clan. Just checking in with you guys. Had a long day today. Dealt with the little Kumas, things of that nature. We're gonna jump to the specs. Kuma Clan, checking in, diamond hands. Once again, if you're here for the first time, please hit your like button, hit the notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan, diamond hands. And if you're from my Hina Inu family, I'd like to welcome you to the specs also. Know we're family here, the underdogs, the little dog, the little cat. They like to bully us, so we gotta protect ourselves. Kumas, Kuma, yeah. So I can see with Kuma we're down 1.6%. We actually, we had a quick dive for the day. We had a dive. We had a very big, sharp dive. We actually were down 20 to the 27. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, which we immediately started having buying pressure, like immediately. So once we hit that 28-ish, right under the 27th, the buying pressure kicked in immediately. People started buying up that dip for the Kuma. And our Kuma community, we're very, very strong. Like, all of the Kumas that's here for the first time. If you're here for the first time, please hit your like button, ring them notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands. And if you're a little Hina, please hit that like button and comment Diamond Hands Hina. Okay? So I'd like to welcome both communities. We cover these specs, these projects. We're covering both of them until the wheels fall off. So we're gonna dive into this, okay? Currently, guys, we're down 1.6%. Okay, 51.4% down from our all-time high. Trading volume's around $2.8 million for the day. Okay, we're definitely half of our trading volume as of yesterday. We were doing around $4 to $5 million. Okay, so give or take, we're down on trading volume also for the day. Okay, so then we're gonna jump into the Hina. We're down 11.4%, guys. OMG. In this community, when it dips, we grab our chips, Kumas, Hinas. Okay, so that's just So you can see we've started to sell off, the dip, the pullback, the side correction. What is going on with this whole market as a whole? We got Bitcoin, 1.5% down today. Okay, we're 7.4% down from our all-time high today. Okay, guys, we're at around 63,000 before I was going to introduce you this information today. If you're here for the first time, like button, notification bells, and comment Kuma Clan Diamond Hands, Hina Inu Diamond Hands. Okay, so what is going on with the market? That's what we need to discuss today. So, of course, we give today's daily update. We break the news, what is going on. With every action is a reaction, things of that nature. As you can see, for the hour, for the 24, we just seeing a lot of red here. It was actually worse earlier. Like, I literally just like, god dang, like, did I fail a test or something? Like, just red marks everywhere, So we're just going to dive into some information today, okay? Currently at the end of the crypto bull run. And usually at the end of that run, we enter our altcoin season, Kumahinas. Okay, so with that being said, that's one thing we have to keep in mind. Okay, guys? So we're at the end of this. And of course, with the action becomes a reaction. We're going to get into that. That's very important just to keep everybody up to date, to know why are we down today. What does affect? As we know, Bitcoin is Father Time, the innovator, the leader, the foundation, the structure, the surface, the soil, So that's the beginning. So Bitcoin is moving this whole push of all of these markets, people. Okay. So if we look at we look at Kuma Inu, right? We look at our holders, right? As you can see, we're at 25,123 holders. We're down 0.020%, guys, from holders. Okay, as we discussed a couple days ago, I've discussed as far as the Kumas, as far as holders, compound effect, growth. We've dramatically slowed up with that, guys, as far as the Kumas. Now, with that being said, if we add on all of the, the variables, then we look at this as just one position. We have the burn, we have a lot of things that occurred recently. So, in my eyes, I believe Kuma is doing great. It's just a little cool off. It's like a cooling period. And then with the market sentiment, guys, market sentiment. But as you can see, once we had that sell off, we had that buy in. Kuma has a very, very strong community, guys. The guy that left Sheeb to deal with Kuma, they got some very bright and resourceful people in the community, guys. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just give you thoughts, ideas, things I received from the big Kuma, the big Hinas, architects of the matriarch that we play in. So with that, you can say, wow, we had a sell off. We had, sell off, slight correction, whatever you perceive it as. And then we had the buy in, the push back up. We're currently sitting right a little bit under our support level. For the Kuma, we looked at 30. For the Hina, we're still on 30 as a main support level. We are down under our support level for the Hina. Okay? So when I look at things like this, right, I see the Hina, I'm looking for consolidation. You know, consolidation after the slight correction. Now, is this the Hina fault? Is this the Kuma fault? No, I believe we're just, we're part of Father Time. If Father Time has an issue, we will have an issue. We're all affected. That's one thing we have to realize, guys. Now, I think over time that will change in the future, deep in the future, of course. So we look at our Kuma Inu family, okay? So I'm going to be honest, as always. Transparent. Since this whole correction, sell-off, your tomato, mayo, mayonnaise, whatever you want to, label it as, it's still growing as far as holders. So that's something that must be acknowledged, I would say. During this whole process of the sell-off these last 2 days, this thing has picked up holder volume extremely. Like, I believe it's like yesterday, we literally gained almost like 300, 400 holders in the last 24 hours, guys, as far as the Kuma Inu community. So congratulations to y'all. Y'all doing great. Because we look at the holders as the gasoline and the rocket waiting for takeoff. So, we took off last time. Y'all had less gas. So next time y'all will fly higher. So I can see this, looking at market cap and trading volume, things of that nature. I can see this thing just going parabolic with the right, right push in the right direction. Have a great community and, consistently being burnt. There is no more development of the Hina. So we're looking at rare material that is consistently being burnt, built into the system, things of that nature, okay? So we're going to jump into the most important news today. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. Keep this nice and short. Get to the point today. Okay, hope you enjoyed your Friday and, had a good time. So this is what's going on, guys. This is why we're seeing this market, it's reacting. With every action is a reaction, okay? So we have the Finico runaway suspected of moving 750 Bitcoin from Crypto Pyramids wallet, okay? So we had a scam a while ago, guys, right? And today, this information broke as far as them selling move. Well, this scam already occurred, of course, but the tokens were sitting in one place and they were moved into sub wallets. So we're just going to go into the article real quick and discuss that, okay? So a total of 750 BTC worth around $48 million at the time of this writing has been withdrawn from one of the wallets used by crypto Ponzi scheme Finico Forklock. Reported YouTube blogger Andrew Alistrove broke the news about the transfer, revealing that it was made in 3 separate transactions of 250 Bitcoin each since the beginning of November. Okay, guys? So, this is really just hitting news today. So the market is going to respond to such a big thing. 750 Bitcoin worth around $48 million. Okay? So 750 Bitcoin removed from the crypto pyramid Finico wallets. Alastrovi alleged that these transactions has been made, ordered by the 3 of the Finico's high-ranking members who are still at large. This is obviously in Russia or something. Yeah, I would assume Russia by the names. Zygmuntovich, Mariat Siburo. And guys, if I pronounce these names, please excuse me, okay? I am in the U.S. And Edward Sabori, close associates of the Pyramid's founders, Kirill Darin managed to lead the Russian Federation as the crypto investment scheme collapsed this summer. So he basically got out of there, ran off to the hills with a lot of money. Guys, the scammers. Avoiding detention in September, a high court in Tallstan confirmed their international arrest warrants. The money was initially moved to a single address and subsequently sent to another wallet at the crypto exchange Hybe. Quoted data from blockchain analysts. Platforms Crystal Blockchain shows the crypto funds were then divided into smaller amounts and transferred to other addresses. The publication details. The Russian vlogger commented that Faninko co-founders transferred the money in multiple transactions on purpose. Why they haven't been locked up until now is unclear because they have long been marked as a scam. One thing is clear, money is being cashed out at the moment. Okay, guys? So we're looking at the threat of $48 million being sucked out of the Bitcoin market cap. It's a threat. Okay, the Russian vlogger commented that Faninko co-founders, okay, I just did that, sorry about that. Authorities in Russia are currently working to establish all the facts in the case with Faninko and a phantom entity that lured hundreds of thousands of investors by advertising itself as an automatic profit generation system and promising extraordinarily high returns. Due to the large scale of fraud, the Federal Ministry of Internal Affairs took over the investigation. In early October, Kirill Dorin, an Instagram influencer associated with other Ponzi schemes in the past, two of Faninko's vice presidents, Ilzig Sharogi and Dina. Okay, I'm not even going to try to throw that word together, that name together. Sorry about that. As well as Lila Noriva, who rose to the rank of so-called 10th star, were transferred to the capital in Moscow. Faninko is arguably Russia's largest financial pyramid scheme since the notorious MMM in the 1990s, while the officially registered losses to the scheme have reached 1 billion rupees, close to 14 million. Independent estimates suggest the total is more likely to exceed 4 billion. Wow. Do you think fugitive Faninko members are behind the transfer of the 750 BTC from a wallet belonging to the crypto pyramid? Tell us in the comment section below. According to a report by blockchain forensics firm Chain Analysis, Ponzi scheme received over 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in 800,000 separate deposits from investors between 2019 and August 2021. Among his victims are citizens of Russia, Ukraine, and other former Soviet countries, several EU member states, and the US. Of course, they get us, Kumas. So, tags in history, tags in the story. You know, Bitcoin co-founders caught crypto exchange, cryptocurrencies, exchange financial pyramid. Okay, that's just the tags in the story. Great, it's pretty short. Pretty short. Okay, guys, so, just, absorbing that a little bit. So, when we look at information like that breaking, which was, of course, 11/12, which was today, that will affect the market, guys. You'll be looking for FUD. Don't spread the FUD for uncertainty and doubt. That's kind of like factual. So, people will feel FUD from that. I don't think that's spreading FUD. I mean, we're just dealing with reality. So with that being said, I'm looking at numbers, guys. I'm looking at this article. You got the names. You got, it's just a bunch of details. But we're looking at what is going to affect us out of this. $48 million. That will definitely put a stump in things. Now, I mean by stump, is it long term? No, of course. With every action is a reaction, of course. These scammers will not be around for a very long time. That's one thing I'm pretty much comfortable with. I think people been through a long time where you were swiping your credit card and, your credit card had transactions you never seen on it. And, they duplicated your credit card, brought your information off of some crazy site and, whatever. So we've been through that, and they've been, like, scamming is down with the credit cards. That was an international thing. This crypto thing, I believe, is a focus of the scammers right now. Because it's crypto, you can move it, untraceable in a way, things of that nature. So if one thing I look at, Bet, as far as an investor, once again, I offer financial advice, I give you thoughts, ideas, types of things I'm into, things I receive from the big Kumas, things I channel from the big Inas, things of that nature. Please hit your like button, subscribe button, comment, Kuma Klan, Kuma Inu, Diamond Hands. Now, when I look at things of this nature, right, As far as the site that was hacked, I've never used it a day in my life. This is why I believe in branding. We talked about football team. What is your team? Things of that nature. I believe, and I've dealt with cryptos. I've dealt with Shiba Inu. I've dealt with Doge. Okay, the Shiba, the Doge, the Kuma, the Hina. You see, when they say diversify your portfolio, guys, please do your own due diligence and research before just dealing with random sites. Like people like, oh, I do MetaMask. I use Uniswap. I've never had. I am a creature of nature. If I think something's work, if it's not broke, I am not going to fix it. Kuma Hinas. It's not happening. Okay. So as far as the website that was hacked, of course, whatever site that was, this is why, guys, you have to deal with sites you trust. This is why listings are important for a lot of these coins, because a lot of these people, people with sense, I'm just not looking at any site and just hopping on it. That's what makes Coinbase so important, and Robinhood listings so important, and Crypto.com listings so important. Why? Because these are well accredited sites. This is why so much traffic is concentrated in these sites, and it's so hard to get on these platforms for a lot of these new coins entering this space, because those sites automatically give that a stamp of legitimacy. Okay, so we have to be mindful of that. That has affected the market, people. Now, is it forever? Of course not. It's just a slight effect. People want to make sure, secure themselves. If the cons do decide to sell the coin off, then it's gonna that's gonna happen, and then it will move on though. But as far as the holes being patched and the scams and the cons coming to an end, I believe with every action is a reaction. So you keep breaking and bullying somebody, you're going to get a reaction. So the market and these websites are going to tighten up, people. That's what I liked about Hina. Before people I've seen a guy like, yeah, seems like you like Hina in a way. I do. I've noticed Hina doing its affiliation with Kuma, of course, watching the websites. Like, okay, they got the super PAC going on, things of that nature. But the reason I've decided to enter Hina was the setup of the rug pull proof protocols. So it's just security there. It's like, okay, my money can dip, it can, but it's not going to just disappear off the face of the earth. So I can handle this. I can't handle this going to zero and people disappearing. Oh yeah, your money's gone. You got scammed, and it's like, dude, I got to wait around for months. Like, come on. This is too much, and pray it comes back. So that's just my opinion with that, guys. Do your due diligence, do your research, and just don't spread yourself too thin. You're almost over 10,000 coins on this market, guys. This is not going to be this way years later. We don't have that many cell phone companies in America. We don't have that many credit card companies in this world. So it's like, come on. So I don't see, this technology is working itself out, and we're going to deal with the back end of that. Okay. As far as Bitcoin, people say, oh, Bitcoin, it's going to be $100,000. And this was one of the best. I like this because these are the top analysts. This was in one of these great investment guys. He was a big dog. Yeah, Bitcoin, everybody. Yeah, Bitcoin, 100,000. I had a guy laugh at me when I said, no, I believe it's on or about 70,000, 72 possibly. On or about. Could be 73, could be a 68, could be a, in the range of the 70 atmosphere, people. Okay, so we're currently in November, the 12th of November. People may, oh no, it's going to 100,000. We got, 40 days, 45. We're going to figure it out. Tom is going to give us the last answer. We're all going to say we know it. I know everything. He knows everything. She knows everything, And then we're going to let time give us the answer, okay? But I'm still sticking with on or about 70,000. And I'm actually going to, I honestly, after reading this information, I would rewrite that. But, I'm just going to stick with 70, It's nothing wrong with that. But depending on how people react to this information, would you have a little bit more pullback? As far as seeing this information come and then all of a sudden we're just going to go on a bull run to 100,000, I do not see that happening. Because as far as if you look at this article, which we have to be mindful of this article, guys, because they said it was moved from one main wallet and it was broken off into other wallets. The reason we have to be mindful of that is because we have to understand, even though it was sold from one wallet, they split it in other wallets, okay? So with that being said, once these wallets receive these transactions, they split them in how many other coins, Whatever that is an article. We're not. It's neither here or there. The point of it is divided into smaller amounts and transferred to other addresses. The point of it is when these addresses get activity again. So it went from this into smaller addresses. The market reacts. Oh my God! Panic! $48 million. Understandably, and it gets transferred to other smaller addresses. So we have to be mindful of, okay, when these addresses have any activity as far as, okay, we split these, obviously these guys are conning men. All right, the funds are still there. They're taking their time. They're, playing stupid, whatever. You wait a little bit. You transfer them to 4 addresses. Obviously, we don't need to see the wind to know what's blowing. With every action is a reaction. Okay, you waited, you pulled the scam, you left the coins there, you waited, you went on the run, and now you transfer these coins to other smaller addresses. Okay, great. Now we're gonna play the war simulation. I love the daydreaming. The what if. If was a fifth, I'd be drunk. I know I love that game now. So let's play we're in their shoes. You have these different addresses, right? So obviously you have a greater plan going on here. This is obviously calculated, whatever. Our concern as far as their thought process is, obviously this is not the end of it. Because that's what you transfer to some other addresses, is that financial power, is that, so there is more of a journey to happen with this. So I definitely don't see Bitcoin just reaching 100,000, because once these other addresses have any activity, of course, people are going to eat through scan, look at the wallets, and the people got eyes on these wallets. So once these wallets do a transfer to Ether, then they sell out and cash out. We have $48 million possibly getting snatched out of the Bitcoin market, guys. So once any of these addresses, straight to the point, gets any activity, the market will react to that again, people, and Bitcoin will be hit directly, thus affecting the market in a way. Now, there's been times I've noticed with these altcoins that the altcoins that thrive doing, the main coin slum. So, we'll have to let Father Time answer that for us, the real Father Time, not the Bitcoin, not the Father Time of the crypto space, but real time. So that's as far as that will go there. So if this gets to sell off, we have to just keep in mind, guys, if this gets moved from these other smaller addresses, the market will react again. The panic will set in. Oh my God, because it's $48 million floating around. Okay, that's out of the control, and it's all in Bitcoin, so it's out of the control. So that's gonna definitely put a nice little slump on that. And if we look at Bitcoin's run up, okay, recently, and then we look at all of a sudden the subsequent comeback and stuff of that nature, I'm pretty sure this information definitely got to other areas before it hit us. So that's where the slump started in that. I mean, the article was gonna do it, give it to the masses, and we get it last, and then we react, things of that nature. So just keep an eye on that, guys. Just keep an eye on that. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Just give you an update on the market. You're in good grounds. It's it's not your fault. It's not the Hina, it's not the Kuma. It's the market. Information like that is very important. So this thus affected the whole market. You look at Dogecoin, it's at 25. It's been in consolidation for a very long time. Shiba Inu was at the 51. It was just on a bull run, still good. The Shibas who started that run, you're still up, so hey. And Ethereum was touching its all-time high, and it's at where it's at. Let's go check on the ETH, see what's going on here. So it's 48. That's not too bad. So the market is not, honestly, guys, the market is not reacting too bad to this news. It could be way worse. That shows you how strong people believe in these currencies and things of that nature. After these things have to work themselves out, in order for Bitcoin to fully move forth to its future, it needs to conjure up, channel, and center, focus that energy, and push this energy in one direction. Because you're looking at a big market cap that has to be increased. Okay, we're looking in the trillions. So we're dealing with trillions, like especially $48 million. All of that counts, So all of that has to pass, and then Bitcoin will reach its all-time highs. That's how I look at this. It will break us all. It will continue for. But all the kinks has to get worked out with the the scammers and things of that nature. Okay, guys. So just keep that in mind. Okay, holders, you're up on the Hina. As far as holders on Kuma, doing great. You can say, people say, well, you said you were just down. I mean, you're doing great. Just had a great run, things of that nature. Good burn. So the next run is gonna Shiba style. It's gonna do it in the Shiba style. So that's what I look at it like that, guys. Okay, so I'm not a financial advisor, and if you're here for the first time, hit that like button, hit your notification bells, and comment Kuma Klan, Hina, Diamond Hands. And we will definitely update you and break any news that affects our market, affects our Kumas, affects our Hinas, and affects us in any way. Okay, guys?